Hi folks, it's May the 24th. It was 2 months and 1 day into lockdown. And this is today's daily poem as requested by Lauren Mounsey on my 7 o'clock show. It's entitled Cartoon Love, and it's a true story of a guy who developed a strange crush on a cartoon character. Here we go. For one of those people who likes a bit of porn, you might have stumbled across something you've never seen before. Apparently there's a genre, completely new to me, a whole new way of viewing sex, a different category. I speak of course of hentai, the mix of manga and porn. And if indeed that floats your boat, my friend, you've not been born. If you stumble across a site, as I did accidentally, the hentai options stretch as far as the eye can see. Personally, it's not my thing, but I would never judge, for I too know a fellow who's developed a similar crush. Not perverse or sordid, but rather clean and pure, a feeling built on deep respect, a love that will endure. The mate was a fan of The Simpsons, you see, and he moved on to Family Guy. And with 5 minutes of watching, this woman caught his eye. He hoped that she was single or else his dreams would be shattered. The fact she was made of crayon really didn't matter. She had a grace and beauty. In fact, he said she had it all. So much, in fact, he overlooked that her face was the shape of a rugby ball. He dreamt one day that he too would be drawn and welcomed onto the show. And he'd take down Peter Griffin, who didn't deserve his low. He fantasised about saving them all, including Brian the dog, and creating the dream family, the new pride of Quahog. Lois Griffin should be no more. She'd have a new name of which to be proud, as they stood at the altar and made their wedding vows. The wedding night would be magical, in fact, the perfect 10. And if I lost my ardour, they could draw it in again. If I'd only been around when you and Pete first dated, I'd have made my wish upon a star that I too was animated. I'd take on Stewie and Brian and of course Megan and Chris. I'd be the perfect father so Peter would not be missed. I'd be your knight in shining armour and you my fantasy. I'd be the happiest man on earth. That's what my mate said to me. Oh yeah, okay, it's okay to make fun of someone for loving a cartoon, but if you looked into Lois's eyes you'd be singing for a different tune. Attraction comes in many forms. We find this as we age. And yes, perhaps a little odd that this one's off the page, but he already had someone. He'd reached a spot of trouble. How would he ever break it to his missus, Betty Rubble? That's where the sketchers come in, you see. How will his story end? What would you do in his shoes? I'm just asking for a friend. Thank you.